Do hit the like button if you liked this video and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Hello and welcome to Knowledge Hut. Building a product successfully doesn't mean building a successful product. Building a product successfully doesn't create value for the customer, but building a successful product does. Therefore, it is logical to aim at building a successful product instead of aiming to build a product successfully. But before the arrival of Agile Manifesto, this was not the case in the software industry. Software development was being done by following a rigid process. A lot of importance was given to documentation. Developers cared only about following the contracts instead of caring about delivering a useful product. As the complexities of the products kept increasing, so did the delivery time. What was being delivered was not meeting customer expectations, and products were failing at a rapid rate. Then, in 2001, 17 software developers came together to discuss possible lightweight methods for software development. They came up with a manifesto, which had 4 values and 12 principles to make the software development process more agile. This manifesto is known as the Agile Manifesto. These values and principles brought tremendous improvements in the software development process, and now they are even being followed for the development of non-software products, such as computers, motor vehicles, medical devices, food, clothing, and music, etc. In this video, we will be discussing the 4 values given in the Agile Manifesto one by one. Individuals and interactions over process and tools. During the time of Waterfall method, a lot of attention was given to the process being followed. Waterfall method itself was a 5-step process which had to be followed in order to develop software. Following stringent processes used to make the development process rigid, and changes could not be brought easily when required. Additionally, a well-defined process is not the answer to every problem. No matter how detailed and well-defined a process is, there will always come some barriers which couldn't have been anticipated by any process or tool. Such barriers are overcome when individuals sit together, discuss, and find the solution of the problems. Also, innovation doesn't come from rigid processes, but it comes from free minds. This is why the Agile Manifesto says that we should focus more on having competent people working together effectively. Process and tools should be used, but only until they are making things easy and effective for us. Working software over comprehensive documents. The Waterfall method used to start with heavy documentation process. A lot of documentation used to be done before even starting to build the software. The features, specifications, layouts, requirements, test cases, etc. were documented long before their arrival time. This approach had some drawbacks, like what you have documented will be outdated by the time you are done with it. You may end up creating many features which may never be used by the end user. The time spent on the documentation of such features also goes in vain. Too much documentation also delays the project, which later becomes an opportunity cost for the business. Because of all these drawbacks, Agile Manifesto favors working software over comprehensive documents. Instead of wasting a lot of time in creating long documents and then taking feedbacks on the basis of those documents, we should take the feedbacks on the basis of working software. A basic software with all the basic features should be created first, and then it should be given to the end users and stakeholders. Then, on the basis of the feedback received from the users, further development should be carried out. In this way, a lot of time is saved. Also, the created software has the features which provides value to the end users. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. In the traditional method of software development, the customer was involved only at the beginning of the project for contract negotiation, one more time if there were any changes to be made in the contract, and finally at the end of the project. The development process was more focused on what is written in the contract instead of being focused on what the customer wants. This approach neglected the value of customer feedback during the project. When software is developed without the constant feedback of the customer, the end result is often a product which does not satisfy the needs of the customers completely. This is why the Agile Manifesto favors customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Agile emphases take on constant feedbacks from the customer throughout the development process. So whatever is being developed is also being seen by the customer. Whenever the customer feels that the project is going in the wrong direction, then he or she can steer the project by providing inputs to the developers. Respond to change over following plan. Traditional software development methods were not in the favor of change. The traditional approach was to create detailed plans in the beginning and then following them through the project. Being rigid does not only lead to the creation of an improper product, but it also makes us miss the chances of bringing changes that could make our product better. This is why Agile Manifesto favors responding to change over following plans. When software is developed with agility, we start with a plan which gives us enough idea of the direction towards we want to move. Then, as we proceed and see new events unfolding in front of us, we incorporate those realities into the ongoing work. New events are not seen as obstacles, but anything new in our way becomes an opportunity for us to provide additional value. So these were the 4 values of Agile Manifesto. Follow them in your project management to ensure its success. Don't forget to subscribe to Knowledge Hut and visit our website for Agile-related trainings.